In our videos, we are trying to guide you into the magical world of ramen. We've already showed you tonkatsu ramen.
Yes, sir.
We've also shown you Tsukesoba.
Yes, we have.
Today, we are going to show you probably one of my favorite ramens out there, Tsukesoba, also known as Tsukemen.
So today we're at Tsukesoba Katsumoto Kanda.
You're going to love it.
いらっしゃいませ。ようこそ神田勝本へお越しいただきましてありがとうございます。私の名前は松村康と申します。つけそばの場合はラーメンと違いまして、麺をスープに入れてスープからまた食べる。15分ぐらいゆっくりと召し上がっていただいているお客様が多いです。
Oh man, let me tell you, it is complicated to film at a ramen shop. This is a very small amount of space, and look at gigantic Martina out front and tiny Simon.
I've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Let me just tell you, I've lost a lot of weight. Martina.
Man, they're trying to make me look like in the Lord of the Rings when you have like Gandalf and the...
There's literally no other way for us to film this.
No, sorry guys.
We both went for the tokuse, which is a supreme...
I don't think you can just say tokuse. I think that's really weird.
So we went for the tokuse Tsukesoba, not chuka. We went for the tokuse Tsukesoba. I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry. Tokuse shoyu soba. We went for the tokuse shoyu soba. It comes with an egg, it comes with chashu, it comes with nori, it comes with all the little toppings, bits and bobs, and we even get 2 different kinds of noodles.
So this is going to be very unique for a Tsukemen shop because usually you just get one kind of noodle, but here they're giving you 2. They're giving you the hosomen, which is a skinny noodle, and the hiramen, which is a flat noodle, so you could try 2 different kinds of noodles and appreciate both.
その違いを楽しんでいただくために2種類ご用意しております。ラーメンはスープも麺も熱いのですぐ食べていただいた方が麺が伸びないのでその方が美味しいと思いますけれども、つけ麺の場合は一度麺を冷水で締めております。そのためもあまりもそれ以上は伸びなくなっています。その分温かいスープにつけて召し上がっていただくようになっております。平たい方の麺はつるっつるっという感触があります。細い方の麺はパツパツとした歯ごたえがあります。
I'll let you have it first because I love you the most.
I accidentally pressed record. This is recording into my crotch.
Thank God. See, for you, only 20 seconds have passed, but for us, we've been shooting B-cam shots for the past hour and a half, like this one.
Ooh, pour that broth all over my body. I know it would burn, but it'd be worth it.
And this one.
Ooh, that chubby, perfect, tender meat. Oh.
And this one.
Look at the precision. Look at that citrus brush. Look at that bowl of deliciousness.
Oh, that's a terrible angle of you. Why did I even do that one? But now it's finally time for us to eat. Oh,
Eatyourkimchi.
Oh, mercy. Oh, all this patience. Oh my God, that was... Oh.
Worth the wait. This bowl is far too hot for me to hold. Wait. I'll be honest, I dumped a bit of that in my lap.
The broth has like a fattiness, yet a citrus.
Yeah, the yuzu is really cutting through nicely. Most tsukemen that I've had has been tonkatsu based. It's really, really thick, almost like a gravy.
Right.
Really, really rich. But this one's more of like a shoyu base, so it feels a lot lighter, but it still has a bit of like a buttery oiliness to it.
I really like being able to go back and forth between the noodles because the thin noodles are very al dente. They have a very nice bite.
They're what? They're al dente.
The thicker noodles have such a great bounce to it, kind of like my favorite udon chops. When you bite into the udon, it really bounces back.
I originally thought the fat noodles were going to be really dense and kind of like much heavier, but they're not. They're really light. They have a nice kind of like bounce to them, and they really pick up. You can feel the broth all over your lips when you're slurping up the noodles. The thin ones are a lot denser.
Now you might notice.
Oh!
Notice.
Oh! Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I was like, oh my God, my food is so good.
Look at this sexy egg that you have going on there. I love Japanese eggs. If I ever leave Japan, I'm gonna miss the eggs here
I'm gonna bring the eggs with me.
I need to bring Japanese chickens with me.
You know what's a really important part that we haven't explained yet to people?
What?
How to eat tsukemen. You might be tempted to take this bowl of broth and to dump it all over your noodles.
Do
that
not.
would be the wrong thing
That's
to
the
do.
wrong way to do.
You're actually just taking it and you are putting it into the broth. You're not letting it sit there to get all bloated, pushing it around a bit, letting it coat on top of it, and then you're scooping it back up again and you're slurping it in a totally unladylike fashion.
This is what it's all about. The difference between this and a regular ramen is that a regular ramen, you should finish within 6 or 7 minutes because the broth is gonna bloat the noodles, so you have to eat that really quickly. Here, broth and the noodles are separate, so you could take your time a little bit more. This is meant to be a summer dish, kind of refreshing and cool. But I'll be honest, I only learned that fact half an hour before coming here, and we've been eating tsukemen all year round, regardless of the season. It's perfect all times of year.
We just need a little slogan underneath Simon when he says that. It's tsukemen, perfect, all times of the year.
Look at my beautiful meat. I don't even need to use my teeth to eat it.
そのお肉を2時間半チャーシューのタレの中で煮込んでおります。2時間半煮込むことによりまして大変柔らかく仕上がっております。チャーシューは茨城県の石神ファームというところから送っていただいております。大変いいお肉です。それを柔らかく煮込んでおります。
You might notice that the broth on its own is very salty. It's not meant to be a soup that you drink by itself. Think of it more as just like a dipping sauce or kind of a gravy. You don't drink gravy on your own, or at least you shouldn't be drinking gravy on your own. The noodles themselves are really going to balance out the flavor of the saltiness of the broth.
You want to think about the fatty side and the sweet side, the fishy side. It has so many different flavors in it.
Before coming to Japan, I liked noodle soups, but I never really focused on the noodles themselves. It's usually the broth that takes over, especially with like a pho, for example. But if you have tsukemen, you cannot get the noodles wrong.
I'll tell you that I really noticed how much I like wrapping my noodles in nori. Normally, I'm not a fan of seaweed in my ramen because I find it really overpowering. But if you wrap it in the noodles and then you eat it as like a little package, it almost tastes like a little maki roll. I think it's fantastic.
Are you gonna finish all your noodles?
I am gonna finish all my noodles.
Because I'm almost done my noodles and I still have many things I want to say.
Why didn't you order the bigger noodles then? Why are you ordering the same amount as me? I'm smaller than you. Fine, you can have some of my noodles.
If you want to give me all, I'm totally okay with that as well.
It's too much.
Soup wari kudasai. At the end of your meal, you could ask for extra soup. It's not going to be the same as before because it's not salty. They're just kind of like taking the soup itself without all the soy sauce in it. Oh.
True love is when you share your end broth stuff's name that I can't remember with the person sitting beside you.
I just taught everyone. Did you learn as well?
No, I didn't listen to you. I zone you out a lot.
This is what 11 years of marriage does. I listen to everything she says.
That's a filthy lie.
I listen to you all the time, girl.
No, you don't. What was I telling you this morning? No, doesn't recall anything.
About
yes?
Your dream?
Which was about?
I don't want the soup to get cold.
Oh, I see.
Or are you gonna have some, love?
I remember Simon's dream. He told me his dream, but he doesn't remember my dream.
I had a dream that I was Mexican and Donald Trump had erected a wall and Martina was on the other side of the wall in prison and I tried to jump the fence and I couldn't jump the fence. And like, how am I gonna get to my wife? This is a terrible dream. And then I woke up pretty upset about it.
Martina, we are Mexican. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Oh, it is refreshing.
Thank you so much to Katsumoto for sponsoring this video. If you recall, we did a video about Tsukesoba a while ago. That was also Katsumoto. They make incredible ramen.
Yep.
We've enjoyed both of them. I hope they open up a third shop and try something else because they know what they're doing.
And I feel like this is just a dream scenario for us because we ate here before we actually filmed this video and we absolutely loved the Tsukesoba. And so for them to be like, hey, could you film here for a sponsored video? We were both like, yup.
If you want to try this out, and I highly recommend you do, make sure you click on the info box below. We're going to have directions, we're going to have a blog post.
And I'm gonna give you a heads up, we are not the only people that know about how awesome this shop is. They normally have a queue. Give yourself a 20-minute buffer if you're starving, because you're gonna be waiting outside with everybody else and you're just gonna smell it and it's gonna torture your soul. Well, I believe we're just about out of steam, so I'm gonna go fall asleep on the train ride home.
Okay, this is it.
I'm going.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
皆様のお越しをお待ちしております。どうもありがとうございます。